It's week 2 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Lions and the Falcons, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw quickly, here's Mariota. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Brian Edwards, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot clock. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Extra point by Cool, up and good. It's the score, 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Cool to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 78 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. They'll set up a throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll try the left side with Taylor, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Again, it's Taylor. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
First on 3rd.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get him next.
There he goes, left side. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. James Robinson, 77 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20, and in for the Lions touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up, because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw here. And this is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on the first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin
the Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's another one complete to Mitchell. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Falcons ready to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On play action, Mariota. That's into the hands of Edwards. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards to pick up there. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back up.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 75 yards. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And the shortest drive you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Off the option, here's Taylor. Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further. Only 3 there, so leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So out come the Falcons now. Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know, every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of the next drive.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that pick six, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, When I see a pick six, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. And here now come the Falcons. Back to it after the pick six. Mariota flushed out right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Play fake. Mariota. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. Got his man. It's London. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, 41 yards. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Another throw on 2nd down. This one incomplete as well.
A couple quick incompletions, and now they're just one away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd and throw it?
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Shifts by him. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football. For the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. 1st down, Mariota. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw Mariota. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He's airing it out for Williams. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Coup for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So we reach halftime. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 39 yards there, a big one. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
The ball mere inches from the right line on 3rd and goal. Taylor is in for a Lions touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball without a chance to really extend this lead out.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Mariota to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Touchdown. score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. 20. 10. 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's the option going left on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back.
And my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Grady Jarrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Got London on a slant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Mariota. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, 30 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, here's Crew to kick off. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Again, helping partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way.
He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mariota. And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to...
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. 7 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mariota on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Throwing on second and long. Mariota. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Finding room at midfield. Still on his feet. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And his throw here's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped. I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw again. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Nifty move. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. The disaster there on the saw coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you don't make. Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Throwing again on second down. Mariota under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Going for the deep ball. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Fourth down, Mariota. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading in.